what you want to see. Declare what you want to be. Osati. Silence. Therefunani silence. I'm strong.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Juliet, and if you're new to this channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video. And if you are a returning subscriber, yeah, cheers to you. So guys, today we're celebrating. There is a party. I brought us some biscuits and scones that I made and some coke. Guess what we are celebrating? 500 plus subscribers. So in today's video, as I am eating on behalf of every subscriber, we are going to be talking about talking about my primary school experience. Like, I have this one memory of my primary school that just hasn't left my mind. I think everybody has got memories of every stage, so this happens to be that one memory I think of every time I think of primary school. So guys, it's a story but a confession also. So no judging. She's a big girl now, please, no judging. I was young then. So guys, I remember when I was like about in my 3rd grade. In fact, from the time I was like from baby class to my 4th grade, I was at this school, Eden Park School. So it was a very good school actually. We had some whites in our class. I don't know if other people had bad habits when they were growing up or when they're in primary or whichever stage in their lives. I had a very bad habit when I was in primary school, like a very bad one. I don't know how my life would have been if I continued to do what I used to do then. I'm not going to tell you what the bad habit was just yet, but you'll figure it out as I tell the story. So like, you guys, this one time when we opened school, like my class, as I mentioned, like my class had whites. So, you know, being whites, their parents used to get them this fancy stuff like fancy books, fancy crayons, all the same, but they're fancy, you know. So me being me, just used to look. So like this one time, actually I don't know which time that was, we all got back to school. Everybody was coming with new stuff, whatever their parents bought them. Yeah. So these twin girls, like they were these colored girls, twins, they had these very, very fancy sets. Like, they were really fancy, guys. They had almost everything inside: the rulers, the rubbers, crayons, whatever, those glitters, the glitter pens. Guys, they were fancy, they were nice, and they were really cute. So we just looked. So this one time I needed like one of the rulers that she had, because you know guys, I don't know if you remember, but there were these rulers that we would use back then that had like this other side. They were like, it was kind of wavy, like the rulers we used to use when you're trying to draw the roof of a house. I don't know if you guys have memories, but if you do, please comment down there below. So like, I needed that ruler because I wanted to draw the house. I asked politely, I think, yeah. Then she didn't want to give me, and then it done. And that hurt me. Like, I'm like, okay, it's fine, but I wasn't really happy about it. So I said, it's cool, I'm gonna make a plan. And guys, I made a plan, a very bad plan. The following day, because I don't know, because for me at my school there was a time when we had PE, like there was always a day of physical education. Yeah, so everybody would go out, leave their bags in class and everything. Yeah, you know where the story is going, right? So I think that day, because we had it on a Wednesday, I know it was on a Wednesday, the middle of the week. Yeah, so this one time, in fact it was the following day after Nitana, about Tuesday, then the following day we had PE. So everybody had to dress up, be in the PE attire and stuff. So I had to make sure I was the last one out of class, guys. The last one. It didn't take long. What the girl did, guys, I just had to go and get the set from that girl's bag and I hid it in my bag. And you know, PE is like the last session, right? Yeah. So when I put it in my bag, I ran out also. I went for PE. Then when we all came back, since everybody was tired, all we could do is just grab our bags and go home. Exactly. So we just came back, grabbed our bags, and went home. And that's how I went with her set. But yeah, so now the problem was that at home I had this strict auntie of mine, my older sister, and her, my auntie. Like, the thing was really good and it showed that it was expensive. I wouldn't really say that my friend gave it to me. Obviously they were going to start suspecting me, so I didn't want questions to I didn't want questions at home. So I just thought, okay, what am I going to do? I kept it in my bag that day. I kept it in my bag. But since I was supposed to go to school the following day, I was like, I can't go back with this thing. What if that girl noticed that she lost her set and I go back with it at school? So I had to search in the house where I could hide it. Because firstly, if I hide it and then they find it, they will know that there's something about it. And if I go and tell them that I have this thing, they would ask me where I got it from. So I had to find this thing. There was like a trunk. This trunk that they would rarely open. Guys, I hid my trunk, my set in the trunk. And that was it. But the problem again was that me getting things from that set, like I couldn't use them all together. I had to be using the stuff one by one. Like maybe just one rubber, because they wouldn't really notice, you know? And I would never go with those things at school. Just to let you know, I would not go with those things at school. So I'll just get a ruler one night, maybe I'm doing my homework, use it, put it just anywhere in the room, because it's nothing to them. Just like that. I went back to school the following day. Like, that girl, she didn't even suspect me. Like, I didn't even bother asking what, you know, like, what should I ask? You didn't want to give me, right? So I was just looking, I'm like, is she going to tell the teacher that she lost something or what? And of course she did. Teacher, I lost my set. The teacher asked, did anybody get it? Nobody answered. Of course I wasn't going to answer. Who would dare? So that passed. You know, they forgot about it. And then, you know, like in every class, there was this thing of ranking. You pass number 1, you pass number 2, you pass number 1. And there's always that academic competition. And probably the maybe like these two people who always exchange positions. Probably this one is the first one, the other one is the second one. So I had this girl in my class. If she is not first, then I am. If not me, then her. And I used to hate that. I know when I get my results and that I'm second in class, I will know that this girl is the one. And then if not her, if she's not the person, she would know that it's me. So we never really got along. I think mainly because of that. And for her, you know this issue of also brown and white pages, right? At school when they get you brown pages, you don't really feel so good about it. But if you get a white page book, oh my god, you'll be feeling so good about yourself. So this girl had white pages. White page books. White pages. Okay. Yeah. So, and then, you know, like she had almost all her books. Some of us would maybe have like maybe 2 white pages, then maybe the rest are brown. But for her, she had everything. And to make matters worse, like the other books, her books were hardcovers, except this one book that she had, like her homework book. It wasn't a hardcover book. So, guys, this time, since we were not even like talking, I really didn't care much about her because we had this problem of the academic positions, you know, being a kid anyways. Yeah. So this one time we had to return our homework books, like give them to the teacher and everything. So the teacher made one big mistake. And that mistake was to tell me to carry those homework books and take them to her chair, her staff room. Yes, her staff room. Guys, what I did, because I wanted that white page book, something I didn't have, I decided to remove that girl's book. I removed it. And you know, like we had these uniforms which you would put on a shirt, a short sleeve shirt and a gym dress. Yeah. So me getting the book and wanting to steal that book, I had to figure out a way of how and where I was going to put it, because I still had to go back to class, you know. So since like the toilets were just close to the staff room, the girls' toilet, so I went to the bathroom, guys. You know, guys, like I got that book. Since like I always used to have a vest inside, right? I put that book inside my vest, tucked in my vest, in my short, the one I had inside my loose gym dress. And the thing is, our gym dresses were loose, so I put that book inside my vest and tucked it in my short so that it shouldn't fall. And guys, I was like, I was not even about to knock off that day. I still had class going on and would go to school maybe from 7 to I think 4 p.m. Yeah, that's how it was then. So guys, I went to class that night with a book on my stomach, and they couldn't notice because the gym dresses were loose. I went to school. I went to class. I sat down. I learned that way the whole day until I knocked off. Then I grabbed my bag, went back to the bathroom to go put the book I had on me inside the bag, and that was how I went home. Now, the good part of this was that the girl's book had 2 covers. Guys, I'm shooting from outside. I'm really sorry for the noise. Yeah, so the girl's book had 2 covers. You know those double covered books? And then like we always used to cover our books with maybe magazines or newspapers. Yeah, otherwise the teacher won't accept your book. So me seeing that, when I reached home, all I did was just to remove the magazine and to remove the first cover that was there. And I cut off the first 3 pages since we're like just new at school. Like we didn't even have much homework then. So I cut off the first 3 pages so that whatever she wrote on those first pages wouldn't show on this other page. So I removed those covers, and that was it. The book became mine. I wrote my name on it. The following day, I used it, and she didn't notice. She didn't, because besides, she didn't even know that her book was lost, because she was thinking the book is in the staff room, and that's how it continued. But when we had to get our books back, like when we had to get our homework books back, she noticed she didn't receive hers, and the teacher was also maybe trying to figure out maybe it was in the staff room, but she never bothered to ask me. Guys, I was this innocent child, and people looked at me, they thought, you know, very, very innocent child, but it wasn't what they thought it was. I am not saying you should start thinking otherwise of me, no, but then that's how things were, and I don't want to lie about it, because most people thought, oh yeah, she's such an innocent girl, but I used to do that, and nobody suspected me until the day I was caught and almost expelled. So I left that there. The teacher didn't ask anything, and I continued. But this one time, I dared to do the same thing, like with somebody's book. And then it was also a white page book again. I don't know why I just never told my dad to say, okay, I also want white page. I don't know why I didn't do that. So I decided to steal this other book. But then this person had wrote like up to halfway of the book. So even if I was to cut the pages, it wasn't really going to make much sense, because those, like, the pages that were left were going to almost like come out everything. So I just decided to get that book and go put it in my trunk. The stealing collection. Yeah, the trunk that I had put the set, I decided to go put the book in there. But unfortunately this day, my auntie opened the trunk. And then she found it. And guys, just to let you know, I started this story like halfway of it, but I used to do this for such a long time. In that trunk was where I used to put the stuff I used to steal. So in that trunk, my auntie didn't find only the set or one book. She found other stuff that I used to steal from people in my class. Maybe storybooks or whatever, you know, because my auntie knew my classmates, because she was also a teacher. To make matters worse, like she would really come to my school sometimes, like maybe even having PTAs, like parents knew each other, because it wasn't really a big school. Parents knew each other and maybe knew other children, so my auntie knew some students, some people. Yes. So like when she saw the stuff in the trunk, and the names that were written there. She knew that, okay, I have stolen these things and I have to get them back. Guys, I was shouted at, and like they asked me questions and I couldn't lie, because one, she saw, two, I had no better excuse. I just had to tell the truth. And just like I expected, she didn't tolerate that behavior. She didn't even go soft on me. And she found them early in the morning when I was about to go to school. Like, I don't know what she was looking for. That day, she didn't tell me anything. She let me go to school safely. But I was really scared. I was worried. I was like, I don't know what she's going to do to me. I went to school, and I think I was super low that day. I went back home. Going back home, guys, I found my mom waiting for me in the house. And my aunt never told me that she would call my mom to come. When I went home, finding my mom there, I knew that, okay, I was so much in trouble. Now I started thinking, what if my father also comes? And what if my mom has told my dad about this? Because, you know, when things reach your dad, then, hey, you just know, you guys, you just know. Things can reach your mom, at least, but when they reach your dad, then, yeah, you're gone. So, like, my mom, neither did she even take it soft on me. No one condones this behavior, I'm telling you. She just said, we are going back. We are going back to the principal's office. Since, you know, parents always like had our principal's lines and stuff, when my mom started explaining in the office, and then when she gave them back the collection that I had gotten, and you know, they were all disappointed in me. Like, it's something they didn't expect, because, yo, they trusted me. They really did. And I felt so bad that I had let them down. Like, at that point, yes, I was scared of being suspended or expelled, any of the two, because I knew I was really against the rules and I was at the edge of being expelled. But then I was also disappointed in myself for having let them down. So, like, when the principal made her final decision to say the girl is not going to come back to this school again, my mom had to apologize on my behalf, and I also had to plead to say I'm never going to do it again. They made me to say, if you dare to do this again, you are going to be expelled. Though the principal wasn't so much okay with having me back in school, of course she wouldn't be, but because she thought she had to give me a second chance, and of course she did give me a second chance, then she said, okay, you can be in school, but if you dare do this thing again, you will never come back to the school. Like, the following day, I just saw my teacher coming back to class with a very plastic that we took to her, like with the collections, all those things, and then giving back the stuff to people. And like, those guys were so overjoyed, and me looking at them and seeing how happy they were getting their things back, and then I was the collector. I felt so bad, guys. Like, I felt so bad, and I'm so grateful that my parents dealt with that habit when I was really young, because had it gone further, I think it's a very bad thing. Yeah, guys, so this is what I had for you guys. Please don't forget to comment, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend about my YouTube channel. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for the support. It's been an amazing journey. And so this was my primary school experience, partly, and it's just one of those memories, you know. Yeah, so we're going to get to my high school experience, then we might get to first year experience at ITM. So yeah, until next time,